some criticism. I know what you're saying. They're still in MTV for this video of their New Year's resolutions for white guys.
First off, try to recognize that America was never great for anyone who wasn't a white guy.
Can we all just agree that Black Lives Matter isn't the opposite of All Lives Matter? Black lives just matter. There's no need to overcomplicate. Also,
Yeah, and that's not all. We have more. Yes, because because your mornings are better with friends. But, Steve, let's get right to something very important.
We will. Let us start this hour with a Fox News alert and a live look at downtown Berlin, where fears of another terror attack are mounting by the minute. Right now, the man behind the truck massacre in Berlin is on the run, and they really don't have a clue where he is.
Yes, meanwhile, ISIS now praising its soldier for killing 12 and injuring dozens more during the horrific attack.
Yeah, Kristen Fisher has the latest on the investigation. She's been following for us this morning, and you're live in Washington. Kristen, what do we know at this point?
Well, police in Berlin say that they have received more than 500 tips, but the man behind the wheel who murdered 12 and injured almost 50 is still at large. And with the Christmas holiday rapidly approaching, concerns are mounting that he or she could strike again. At first, German investigators thought that they had their man in custody. He was a Pakistani man who had come to Germany as an asylum seeker, and he was detained based on a description from witnesses of a suspect who jumped from the truck and fled. But yesterday, after more than 12 hours of questioning, that man was released due to lack of evidence. The police chief actually came out and said, "We have the wrong man. The perpetrator is still out there and likely armed." Well, ISIS has now claimed responsibility. They described the man seen fleeing from the truck as a soldier of the Islamic State. But whether or not ISIS actually directed the attack or simply inspired it, or perhaps had zero involvement at all, remains to be seen.
It was the entire show. It was the attire that stole the show. Heather, as we toss to you, I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
I believe that Pete is wearing what's advertised on our channel, an untuck it shirt. Do not tuck it in.
Yeah.
Untuck it.
Looks great, Pete. Oh,
There
as
he
he
is.
fixes his hair.
rid of
You
there.
have to untuck it, because it's the only way you'll fit in your clothes after you eat all that.
He's getting to wear those
A lot of the
stretchy
mobsters
pants
do
all the
that.
time.
A lot of the mobsters do that. They wear a sweatsuit all day.
Pete Hegseth is taking the pulse of the people in Wisconsin. The voters there helped Donald Trump do something that no other Republican could do since the 80s, at least. Breakfast with friends coming up.
Untuck it. Pete Hegseth is having breakfast with friends in Wisconsin with his Untuck It shirt, a state that helped decide the election.
I don't know that I'm going to finish the challenge. Ma'am, do you think I will?
You might, but those buttons are going to pop right open.
It did look like an Untucked shirt.
It did. This morning, Pete is back
Wait
to
a
correct the
second.
record.
Yay!
Pete, as it turns out, while Brian was talking about how you were wearing an untucked shirt, the shirt you're wearing right now, that is actually from J. Crew.
It is.
Is it not an untucked
okay.
shirt?
No, but it looks good untucked.
It does look good
It's just
untucked.
not an untucked shirt.
It's so perfect because the creator of the Untucked shirt said all he thinks about is how to wear a shirt that's untucked that looks good.
Sure.
It's his
But
passion.
You know
That
what?
is.
I think Brian has been fixating on the untucked shirt because he would like one
That's
for
right.
Christmas.
And Santa heard that.
Maybe.
Santa
Get
watches
out of
Fox
here.
and Friends.
Look
Yeah.
at that. Heather, did you
Can you
get
open it up?
Take a look.
Yeah, open it up.
Okay. I'm so nervous.
It's rifle.
Are we on right now?
This is for Santa gift.
We are. Because this is going terribly wrong.
You should have done the Untucked shirt as the infomercials.
I believe this is
Wait a second.
Oh, look at that.
This is the actual Untucked shirt.
That is the actual
which is very
Untucked
similar.
shirt.
Steve, hold that up to.
It's pretty, Brian, I mean,
Very close.
it's
Yeah.
going to look good untucked on you.
Really? You think I'm going to wear Untucked for the rest of the
you
show?
are.
I think
Sure.
that's the
I'm
goal.
going to send you to a diner, and you're going to talk to the people in your untucked
See, now
shirt.
that looks more like, that's more untuckedy.
You know what?
This is made
I
for
like
the
that one with
Midwest.
the little pockets on the front.
Could I say something?
You can.
Is one of my hardest things I do in my life is dress on the weekends because I don't know how I know how to dress up and dress down, but in between, this could change
Do you
my
tuck
life.
it in or untuck on the weekends?
I do something wrong. I get a shirt that should be tucked and I untuck it, and
See?
people go, "Your shirt's a little long."
But his passion is to fix that for you.
The creator.
And now exactly. Now you've got a shirt to do
This
it.
is unbelievable.
I mean, that's your weekend attire.
Yay.
Right.
If I don't get a photo from you wearing that this weekend, I'm going to be very
We're
disappointed.
going to get him
We're-
to actually put it on during the program.
Good.
In fact, Brian, why don't you go put it on right now? No, seriously,
Really?
go put it on, and at the conclusion of this segment, or the next segment, we'll see what you look
Because we need closure for this segment, or else there's no reason for people to walk out here and surprise me.
We've got
No, I don't
Jackie.
need you to help me get dressed.
I was like, what is going on?
Jackie Ibanez is going to do the news, and then we got the weather, and then we're going to see you in your
Jackie,
shirt.
it's going to look just like to come
this.
with me when I change.
No, I
Guys
sometimes change together. I'm following you, Brian. I want to make sure you do
Done
it.
that too.
Yes, let's go.
Oh my gosh.
And there they went to change clothes. So you'll find out what it looks like in a minute, and thanks to Untuck It, which I believe is an advertiser on
Yeah,
the
it
Fox
is.
News channel.
I like
All
it.
right, meantime, 26 minutes before the top of the hour, and Jackie Ibanez joins us right now with a Fox News alert.
Hi, good morning. I missed
Morning.
much on the overnights, huh?
Yeah.
That's what happens in the morning. Well, a Fox News alert for you. A live look at Berlin where police are reportedly searching for a Tanzanian man in connection with the Christmas market massacre. According to local reports, documents from inside the truck used to run over crowds of people reveal that attacker's identity is a 24-year-old asylum seeker. He's a Tunisian man. Right now, fears of another terror attack growing by the minute. As that suspect remains on the run, ISIS now taking responsibility for the attack, calling him a soldier of the Islamic State. An American mother kidnapped by terrorists in Afghanistan, pleading with the Obama administration to free her family from their nightmare. Listen to this. Caitlin Coleman and her Canadian husband, Joshua Boyle, seen with their two young boys who they say were born in captivity. The couple has been held by the Taliban since 2012, captured while backpacking through the terror hotbed. Coleman was 7 months pregnant at the time. So far, the United States has not responded. And Merry Christmas, you're fired. Incoming Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer blaming the messengers. That's right, firing nearly every member of the Democrats' video staff. According to Politico, some of them had been with the Senate Democratic Media Center for years. The move comes as Democrats scramble for more creative and viral messaging after across-the-board election losses. And after winning their game against Colgate University, the Notre Dame basketball team helped facilitate a soldier surprise that will also win your heart. This is fabulous. Junior point guard Matt Farrell was told to look up at the scoreboard for a message from his soldier brother, First Lieutenant Bo Farrell. He started welling up, thinking it came all the way from Afghanistan. But after a minute, that's when the real tears started, because Brother Bo came rushing out on court. It is so sweet. Bo wasn't expected home until February. An amazing Christmas surprise for that family, and thank you for your service, Lieutenant Farrell. So sweet. I love those stories.
That's great.
Yeah.
All right, Jackie, thank you.
I feel like we have a surprise coming up here.
Yes.
We do. Behind the curtain, right over there, ladies and gentlemen.
There they are.
Come on. Brian,
Look, I'm wearing it over my shirt.
It's a shirt, not a jacket.
But no, I'm just saying. See, you
can't
can get
take
the
off your
cinch.
shirt.
I have to like. Right.
Doesn't it look
Don't that look good? It's a perfect length.
It's a good
right?
length, but I think
Get to your pockets?
So, can I just say, am I right? Do I look as sexy as I feel?
You need to do the model walk.
I feel, yeah.
Here, Pete, stand next to Brian so you
Pete's
can see
judging
me. So you can see the
It's an
untuck it
unintentional
and the J.
untuck
Crew.
it. This is an intentional untuck it.
Wow.
We can both get to our
They do
pockets.
it.
Yeah, Pete Hilfiger has helped me out here. Thank you very much.
Fresh advice for hosts
Right.
anytime.
Hey, I thoroughly support the Untuck It shirt.
Yes.
I think it changed my life.
You just endorsed
All
it.
right, thank you very much. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
thank you,
would-
Pete.
All right, thanks, Pete.
Yes.
Oh, sit next to Brian?
you so
All right,
much.
I'll sit next to
There
Brian.
you go. Just sit.
I'm just
right
going to
there.
hang out with
Okay.
you guys.
You know what? It's is it a flannel? It looks like it's a plaid.
Do you want to touch me?
It is.
With
No,
the
it's got a
tie.
flannel feel
Right.
to
Oh,
it,
is
too.
it? Oh,
Go
it's
ahead.
a
Everyone touch me.
Yeah.
Joel?
You know what, Janice Dean? This is the perfect shirt for today, the first day of winter.
Yes, and it looks very Canadian, which is very attractive to me.
Oh.
Very nicely done.
Oh, Canadian.
I
It's
love
true.
it. Speaking of Canadian, my mom is going to be here later
Yeah.
on, cooking with friends, so be aware.
She gave birth to you.
That and many other things.
Right.
And we'll talk about that. Maybe not the birth thing, but anyway, let's talk to some people who got up so early to come here. Where are you guys from? What's your name, first of all?
Randy.
And Judy. And where are you from?
Delaware.
And why are you here so early?
To see Fox and Friends and you.
That's a really good answer. What about you, my friend?
We're from Clarksville, Tennessee.
What do you think of the cold weather?
We love it.
You do. Excellent answer. And yourself?
I'm from Destin, Florida.
And thank you for being here. What's your name?
Mark.
And Mark, what's your name?
Kiara,
Hi, Kira. Where are you from?
Tennessee with her.
Tennessee. All right. Well, welcome. Merry Christmas. Let's take a look at the temperatures real quick. You know what the good news is? We are getting a warm up. And by the way, it is the first official day of winter. The sun is at its lowest point in the sky, which means from here on in, the days get longer. And look at the warm up. Look at the 24-hour warm up that we are feeling right now across the country, which is kind of good news. You know, when you're dealing with the below zero temperatures, and now we're into the, the 20s and the 30s. I think that's pretty good news. Right now, very quiet weather pattern, which is great news, but we are going to be watching a stormy winter pattern as we get into Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. All right. Thanks for coming, everybody. Merry Christmas. All right. Back inside with the Untuck It brothers.
There you go. Thank you very much, JD.
Okay. As close as we
All right. So it's the Christmas crush at the box office. So will the big name stars of the movies like Passengers and Assassin's Creed pull in big crowds wearing Untuck It shirts this weekend?
Right. Hey, Fox News contributor and the founder of NerdTears.com, Kevin McCarthy, got a sneak peek. Pete, why don't you take it rest of the way?
I
Enjoy the
think
snow.
this.
For his reviews.
Sure.
Look at that suit.
Yeah.
Keep that tucked in.
This is pretty amazing. By the way, Brett Baer was wearing one of these last night at one of his Christmas parties I saw. So
Sure
this
he
is
was.
becoming a new thing now. This is awesome.
But you
By the
were
way,
first.
before we get to movies,
You were first.
Mr. Kilmeade, are you wearing an Untuck It shirt? Is that, it
Oh,
looks really
yes,
good on you, by
there
the
you
way.
go. Take a look.
Looks
I could tuck it
really-
in, but I choose not to. The designer made it so
I
I
asked
wouldn't.
Santa for one of those.
That's all we need. We need like one of those jackets on top of these shirts, and then you'd be good to go.
Yes,
It would open your
Exactly.
sinuses.
yes.
So the first movie you're going to talk about, Passengers, right? Is this any good?
Yeah, this is Jennifer Lawrence and Chris Pratt. The idea here is that you have a spacecraft going to another planet, a 120-year journey. Two of the passengers wake up 90 years too soon.
True story.
And those happen to be Chris Pratt and Jennifer Lawrence's characters. And they have to find out a way to get back to sleep before they die on this 90-year journey. The movie itself, the beginning and the middle, fantastic. The ending is very bad, unfortunately. I think you should just leave about before the third part of the film. And I gave the movie a 3 out of 5. 5 for that reason. I think it's a C. And
You're
there's a scene in the
saying
film.
the movie stinks at the end, and you're going to put $20 in it?
No. I said that the first 2 parts of the movie are worth seeing. Like the first hour or so is good. The ending I thought went off the rails. I gave it a C, which is like a matinee/rental. I don't think you should spend full ticket price for it.
Kev, I don't want you to give away the whole thing, but at one point, did Jennifer Lawrence and Chris Pratt make out?
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of that. And he's actually wearing an untucked shirt and so is she. So it all happens together in that scene.
Does it get a different grade if they make out?
Well, that's what I'm wondering.
Yeah.
It all plays into it. Do you have a clip of your interview with them?
Yeah, and I had a chance to sit down with him, and there's a moment in the movie where he sends her a love note, handwritten, and says, will you go on a date with me? And it reminded me when I was like in middle school, and I would ask girls out, I'd say, will you go out with me? Yes, no, or maybe, circle one. So I wanted to know if they had that experience when they were younger. Watch this.
Did you do the notes?
Yeah, yeah, of course. I mean, I feel like there's an art form to the love note, and it's sadly past.
I agree.
You know, everything's digital now. We text now.
It's Facebook
so,
and
like there's likes and emoticons, but you know, there used to be like a whole prison system for passing a note. You know, where you like had to go through 7 or 8 hands before it could get to the other person.
Did you get them when you were in middle school, like the yes, no, maybe ones? You circle them like when you go out with me?
Yeah, well, I mean, maybe always puts you in an uncomfortable situation because you're like, well, now if I say yes, I'm going to sound desperate. Or sometimes if it was no, I would write comma, thank you.
All right, so the movie opens up today in theaters. I gave it a 3 out of 5, which is a C grade. Not the greatest movie of the year, but worth seeing if you like the beginning and the middle of the film. Just the ending just didn't do much for me at all.
Well, I tell you what, if anybody's just turning on the television and they're wondering what they're looking at, Brian was making fun of Pete's untucked shirt last week at the diner, so we brought that. And Kevin McCarthy has become the crazy suit guy because last year, it was last year or the year before on this program, we saw this crazy Christmas suit, and we got it for Kevin, and he wore it, and it has changed your life.
It's changed America.
Yeah, it honestly has. I gotta say thank you to Brian Michael Tully, who's behind the scenes there at your show. He's the one who got me in this suit years ago, and now every single time I'm on the air, everyone asks me, where's my Christmas suit? So it's all,
Can we
it's
get
all
a shot
Brian
of
Tully's fault.
see Brian Tully, what he looks like? I've never met him in person. Brian Michael Tully, can we see the controller?
It's hiding.
We can't see him?
We don't have a live shot over at Langan's. All right. Thank you very much. Kevin McCarthy, we'll see you next
Merry
week.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you,
I wasn't making fun of the untucked shirt. I was pointing out that I want to get one.
Yes.
You got one?
I wasn't even wearing
I got a
one,
feeling
but
you're
now
going to get
you
more.
are.
Yes.
All right.
Perfect.
Pete, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. Meanwhile, did you see this? MTV just made a video suggesting New Year's resolutions for you white guys.
First off, try to recognize that America was never great for anyone who wasn't a white guy.
Can we all just agree that Black Lives Matter isn't the opposite of all lives matter?
And that's not all. It goes on and on. We're going to play some for you.
And tis the...
I was going to read it. And 'tis the season for giving. Go ahead, Brian.
Oh, yes. So how do you budget charity?